Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
You and I both are sniffling.
Oh my God. Yeah. I think so. I got worse from the last time. I went downhill and then I went uphill, but then I went out to the military bowl yesterday, which was freezing rain all the whole game.
Yeah.
And I don't think that helped. So we'll see how it goes. My whole immune system is shit right now. My cold sore broke out. Like it's like a whole like everything.
Yeah.
Um and I
Yesterday's
got
weather sucked.
yeah, God, yeah. But it was fun. It was fun being at the football game with the kids. Um
Good.
yeah. So I don't know. I honestly like don't know what's happening with my health wise. I definitely need to see you. I need some more tea. Lexi tea. And we'll keep going like that. I'm
Yeah.
working though, so I'm like trying to work around it. So
Everyone is coming in sick now.
yeah,
Everyone.
it's awful. It's awful. I had to go to urgent care too the other day because I have a raging UTI also because hi TMI, right? Like
Oh, you poor
apparently
thing.
my entire immune system, like which is already shit to begin with, right? Like it just shit the bed like
Uh,
completely. Um, so I need to listen to my body. Is what I need to
yeah.
do. And just let it heal. Let it heal. Um, but anyway, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Merry Kwanzaa, Merry all the things. We're in
Yes.
that week now between Christmas and New Year's, which is like no man's land week for a lot of people. I know you're working, I'm working. I mean, I'm working from home, but I'm still working. I know how to life mate's working, so it's not a free for all at this house,
No, and you know
unfortunately.
what sucks is like I ate so much crap that I just feel like shit, basically. I don't
Yeah,
want to look at another cookie. I cannot look at another cookie. I'm not even a sweet person. Like I don't like sweets, but
yeah,
I ate some and I'm just so over the sugar. I feel just nasty. I need to get my life together after the holidays.
yeah. I'm kind of in that. I'm like, I've eaten too much ham, too much cheese, too much chocolate. Uh, you know, um, yeah, I'm kind of like, ugh, all right, everything kind of needs to reset. My body needs to reset, like life, everything, right? It's in that. And then I didn't tell you this yet. This is a very exciting change in the frauded household. We we cut the cord for cable and we switched to YouTube TV.
Oh,
So we finally made the leap at like we were looking at what we were paying and my theme of 2024 as you know is simplification, right? I'm trying to
yeah.
simplify. I'm trying to let things go. I'm trying to release, like get rid of all the excess stuff that's not serving me well right now, right? Or just not serving me at all. Neutral, good, bad, or indifferent, just like getting rid of energetically, physically, like all the things, right? So one of those things is we were looking at our cable bill and everything and all the streaming services and all the add-on streamings that we've added over the years. And first it was Discovery Plus, and then we were paying for that, and then we were also paying separately for HBO, and then they merged and it became Max, and then like, okay, well, we need to make sure we drop one of them because we don't need to be paying for both Discovery and that.
Yeah.
So we sat down and we figured all that stuff out, and we ultimately concluded that based on what we watch and how we watch, it was a better price point for us to switch. So we got rid of Verizon Fios. We only use them for the internet right now, and then we switched to YouTube TV and
Nice.
our add-ons with like Max and things like that and everything. It's still a lot cheaper than what we were paying, and I really am enjoying the experience. I'm a Gen Xer. I grew up having to go and change the channel on the TV myself because I'm old. But like my formative years of remote control watching TV with like going to the guide on the cable and scrolling through, finding something that was interesting. And then now you have all these, streaming services. And it's like, well, if I'm in the mood to watch this or this, and then I could go to the streaming service and watch these. And it was all fine. Everything was good. Well, now those are all basically combined into one for me. I get both of those in one. So I get like my YouTube TV guide, the live, I can go through and it like sorts like my favorites and things like that. So a lot of people are listening and are like, yeah, this is like what we all do. This is how we all watch TV, our generation. Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. I'm coming into like today, I'm finally breaking out of the 90s and early 2000s in my TV watching, and I've joined the Zoomer generation of how they watch TV, and I'm loving it so far. So
Good.
thumbs up so far for YouTube TV. We have, the live TV and whatever, so, the stuff. So I'm very excited.
That is
It's
exciting.
and they're currently currently on TV, like as we speak, they're showing a marathon of the first couple of episodes of Thousand Pound Sisters. So
Nice.
here we are, brings it full circle.
Yes. Well, you texted me today. You were like, I'm catching up on Sisters. And I was like, Sister Wives or Thousand Pound Sisters?
Which sisters plural means 1,000 pound sisters versus sister wives, because that sister, the wives is plural, not the sisters.
Okay.
I mean, I'm getting pedantic there, but I'm also in the middle of writing a brief, so I'm like being paid to be pedantic, really.
I'm quickly running around on my Apple Watch, like, what the hell is she talking about? Which one?
What is she talking about? Yeah. So, excuse me. So I was able to do my rewatch of this episode, and I'm glad that I was able to get it in like right before we recorded, so it's all fresh. So here we are, Fat Friday.
Yay.
Yay.
We sound so enthusiastic.
I do?
No, we do. Me, aka me. You sound way better than me.
I feel like I sound worse than I feel.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Like I'm talking like I'm happy, like in a good mood, but my voice sounds ridiculous because I've been coughing so much.
Yeah.
Oh, and Hetero Life Mate got it sick too. He got this, man. Like he's a few days behind me. And he was making fun of the way I was coughing because this particular cough, like that comes with this upper respiratory thing, is really annoying. It's like it sits really high, and when you cough, you can, like, it's hard for it to be productive. And so you're just constantly coughing, and it's more of an annoyance than anything else. And he was making fun of me because I just wouldn't stop coughing. And then he got it, and he's like, "Okay, I get it now.
Karma's a bitch."
I'm like, karma. But then we also, like, we had a big, like, it was a big fight, like, right before Christmas.
Uh-oh.
So it's all karma for that. Well, I was, super sick, and I was we were doing our errands, and it ultimately resulted in me having a breakdown in the middle of the pet store and storming out of the pet store in tears, threatening to go get an Uber.
Oh my God.
That's what happened. That's what happened.
For what? What could you possibly have thought about the pet store?
It wasn't PetSmart, and it wasn't what happened right before. I was sick. It was just like, I mean, there was a lot. It was all the stress. There was a lot of things that happened.
Holidays will do that to people.
A lot of things. And then, so now, then he got sick, and I was like, haha, karma.
Yep.
It's all good. We made up. Everything's fine. We didn't really like kiss and make up and have, and do all that because we're sick. So but we made up. Everything's fine. Everything's good. Merry Christmas. Happy all that.
Good.
So yeah. The holiday stress resulted in me, having a breakdown in a pet store. I mean, it happens. This is what we do. This is real, y'all.
Real life.
It's okay. I recovered. I came home, took a bath, sat in a hot, steamy shower, and my friend Melissa sent me crumble cookies. She sent me a crumble order. Yeah, like within the hour of me getting home. It was awesome. I love you, Melissa.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, you can get through it. It happens to all of us. You're not alone. So 1,000 Pound Sisters, Fat Friday. Here we go.
Season 5, episode 3. Well done and over with. Previously, we see Tammy and Amy back together again, doing their little bantering back and forth. Super cute. And we see the game that Chris made, pin the trach on Tammy, which we are going to figure out how to play ourselves. Still the best party game ever. And
yes. Play that at our next get together.
Yep. And then we see Caleb emotionally eating without Tammy there. And the end of the last episode, we see Amy fighting with Michael, and then the whole family kind of brawling and led by Amanda. while Tammy calls the cops. So that's
Dun,
where we
dun,
left off,
dun.
right? So we're back to the fighting scene now. Michael's telling Amanda to put her hands on him, and then Mike all of a sudden is like, "I'm letting her go with you. I'm letting her go with you." When
Letting
Tammy's on
her
the phone,
go with you.
right? Yes, those words exactly.
Yeah,
Letting.
so this like opens up, right? They're sitting on the floor when the scene opens, right? Or
They're
they're
standing in the
sitting on the
kitchen or
floor
something.
like right away, right?
I don't know.
So she's on the floor and she's like, just give me space. And he's like, I am giving you space as he's sitting on the floor right next to her. Like, the fuck? No, get away, dude. Get away.
Yeah. And then he says, "I will give her her card back as long as she comes back home."
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's just,
no, you're gonna give her her card because that's her card. She
this is
doesn't owe you anything.
yeah, this is a continuation of like the clear financial abuse and control that he's been exerting over her.
It's
And
always
she
the ones that don't have a job too that want to try and not always, but I'm
I
saying like,
know,
go
right?
figure, the one guy that doesn't even have a job.
Can't take care of his kids, doesn't have a job, nothing.
Yeah, and I'm like, those poor babies are probably listening to all of this in the other
Mhm.
room. I don't know who's watching
They're
them,
in
but
that stressful environment. That's just
exactly.
constant, with the stress that Amy's under. And she makes a mention later, right? Like, did I break up a happy home? No, Amy, you did not break up a happy home. That home was not happy. There was nothing happy about it. And it may be a little chaotic now with you being at Tammy's and the kids and everything, but that chaos is 100% better for those kids than the stress and chaos that they were living in. Because with the stress Amy's under and living in all that, like the kids know, they know.
Oh
So
yeah.
100%. Anyway.
Well, Tammy said that the police are on the way. And what's interesting is that apparently Michael is like always mad. We didn't know that. He's always behind the scenes, just upset with Amy and controlling because
Mhm.
finally that was, told to us.
Yes.
And
We're learning about a lot about him that we did not know before.
yeah. And Amy, this is the point where Amy says she needs time to clear her head. And that is the final straw. She wants a divorce. And then Amanda runs out of the house wanting a cigarette. I was like, oh, I know about that. You used to smoke. You probably know
Uh-huh.
that
Yep.
that stress cigarette. I mean,
Yep.
it's been
Yep.
a
Yep.
while since
Yep.
that was my coping mechanism, but I know what that's like.
I'm like, oh, the days when I could use a substance to help my cover up my feelings. Oh, those were the days
Right?
when I could have a cigarette or a beer to, oh, I'm so stressed. Yeah. No,
Now you
I
have to face your
remember,
own reality.
I remember those days fondly.
Yeah. Well, the police show up, and at first I was like, these guys aren't gonna do shit. I felt like
They
they were just like
aren't. I
nonchalant.
still don't. Yeah, no. The first time I watched it, I was like, these cops didn't do shit, and I hate them all. And the second time I watched it, I felt the same. I
You did,
still,
yeah. Because I was like, okay, well, they're telling him the only thing they did was tell Michael she has a right to leave and get her stuff or whatever. But
yeah,
it was like they were so nonchalant. Like, obviously, and
like,
you know what? Michael's a good lot. Of course, these abusers are good at manipulating the situation and making everything seem okay.
uh-huh.
5 minutes ago, we saw Michael screaming and acting like a fucking idiot. And now he's all of a sudden nice and calling the police, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. That's like, I mean, and of course, right as the cops there, he gives the card back to her. So the cops are there, like, give her card, let her leave, and he's like, I am.
Right.
But up until that point, no, like, you know, those cops
I
didn't
will
do
say though, I'm happy that they did come that Tammy called them because Amy made a point that she would not have left if Tammy
right,
hadn't called them. So
right.
even though they didn't do jack shit really,
The fact that they showed up perhaps kept it from escalating
true. We don't know
is
what would have
kind of the
happened.
way that I don't think the cops did anything, but at the same time, I think that their appearance probably helped truncate the situation and make it and now my dogs are barking too. You guys, mine are and we're not even in the same state. And our dogs are barking at something out the window.
So I can't hear anything, obviously, people walking outside and stuff because I
Right.
have my headphones in. So so Katrina writes a note in the edit, the timestamp with dogs barking.
Well, so
I
that
love
Hello
it.
Life Mate can,
I
fix it
know.
if he wants it, or
I
use a
love it.
spot as a, I don't know, use a spot as a
I just
an
like the
ad break. I don't know.
specificity of it.
Well, because sometimes I'll send him those things and I'll be like, yeah, my MS brain was bad here or this or that, tell him so that he knows what
What
to
to look
listen
for.
when he's
Look
going
for. What to look for.
to look for on the waveforms and to listen for, because it's like if it's just a break, then that will be indicated visually because it'll be blank. There won't be, the waveforms won't be up. And if it's something else that I need him to edit because my brain had a brain blurb or whatever, and I was like blah 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 blah, like that's going to appear differently than a
You
break.
should just type in a bunch of Lexi coughing, Katrina coughing, Steve's in the coughing the whole episode.
Yeah,
Happy New Year.
he spent extra time with the last episode to edit out as many coughs as he could, which obviously you can't get them all, but
That's funny.
I know. Right?
Hey, Fraudcasters. With the busy fall season already in swing, you might be looking for wholesome, convenient meals for jam-packed days. School's back in session, you're running around all over the place. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, can help you fuel up fast with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle. Relish the best of autumn with fall flavors. They're limited time only hearty comfort meals featuring seasonal veggies, meals like cranberry pecan chicken and apple Dijon pork chops, which, by the way, I just had for dinner tonight. Fantastic. Ready in just 2 minutes, they'll satisfy your fall cravings during the busy season without the hassle. You can even level up with gourmet plus options prepared to perfection by chefs ready to eat in record time. Treat yourself to the upscale meals with premium ingredients like broccolini, leeks, truffle butter, and asparagus. Head to factormeals.com/fraudcast50 and use code fraudcast50 to get 50% off. That's fraudcast50 at factormeals.com/fraudcast50 to get 50% off. Hey, Fraudcasters. If you're racking your brain trying to think of the right present for someone, you're never going to go wrong with gifting the most comfortable sheets, clothing, and accessories that your friends and family have ever felt. I'm talking about Cozy Earth. Cozy Earth is the brand that has been featured on Oprah's Favorite Things 5 years in a row. And it's important to note that each year she featured a different product, whether it was the waffle bath towel bundle, the bamboo jogger pant, or their best-selling bamboo sheet set. These are made from viscose from bamboo. They're temperature regulating and they only get softer with every wash. All Cozy Earth products can be returned or exchanged within 100 days and include an additional 10-year warranty against defects. Can you just think of all of the people on your list that would love to receive Cozy Earth on a gift, which is pretty much, I don't know, everybody? Who doesn't want the most comfortable set of sheets ever? Whether it's the best-selling sheets, the life-changing luxury pajamas, ultra-comfortable joggers, plush lounge socks, which honestly for me, you could never go wrong with those, or their premium bath towel collection, you will love shopping and gift giving at Cozy Earth. And here's our gift to you this holiday season. Go to CozyEarth.com and enter code FRAUDCAST to save up to 40%. That's CozyEarth.com with code FRAUDCAST. CozyEarth.com.
I have such a hard time finding bras that just fit right. Sometimes the straps aren't supportive enough or the cup size is too small. I absolutely hate bra shopping with a passion. Skims has made me excited again to expand my bra collection with cute designs that feel buttery soft and look good under any clothing. Believe the hype, you guys. They are the most comfortable bras I've ever worn. Skims is creating the next generation of underwear and bras for every body. I tried the Fits Everybody t-shirt bra in the color sand from Skims, and it's literally the most comfortable bra I own with so much support. As a woman with a larger chest size, it is so hard for me to find both comfort and support in a bra, but Skims has made it happen. I forget that I even have a bra on most of the time. The material feels like it is a part of my skin, so soft and so smooth. Skims bras are made with innovative technology to give you the best shape and support. Plus, every bra is designed with the comfiest and softest materials, so you'll feel like you're wearing nothing at all. Skims offers a complete system of bra solutions for every need and style. Skims bras are available now in 62 sizes that range from 30A to 46H. Believe the hype, Skims has over 100,000 five-star reviews for a reason. Skims bras are now available at skims.com. Plus, get free shipping on orders over $75. If you haven't yet, be sure to let them know we sent you. After you place an order, select podcast in the survey and select our show, the Fraudcast, in the drop-down menu that follows. So, getting the crew together isn't as easy as it used to be. We get it. Life comes at you fast. But trust us, your pals are desperate for a good hang. And when they hear you stocked the party with drinks from Drizzly, they'll be banging down your door. Let Drizzly, the go-to app for drink delivery, take care of the supplies. All you need is an excuse. Doesn't even have to be a good one. It's your dog's birthday, the loquats are finally ripe, whatever. With Drizzly, you can compare prices on a massive selection of beer, wine, and spirits and get them delivered straight to your door, which means you can entice the crew to leave their houses without ever leaving yours. Hosting? Take the drink run off of your to-do list. You can schedule drinks to be delivered up to 2 weeks in advance or in as little as 60 minutes. Whatever the occasion, download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com today. Must be 21 or over and not available in all locations. We talked about Amy not having the strength to leave
the cops
in town.
showing up probably put an end to the situation, and it could have escalated from there. So, with that, I'll give the cops some credit on that, but otherwise was not a fan of the way they handled the situation. But they diffused the situation. It was done with. So
yep. The women round up the babies, load up the van, and they leave the house, getting Amy out of the house and away from Michael so she can clear her head and bring the kids to safety. So we see that Amy is now at Tammy's house. So how the roles have reversed.
Yes.
With the kids. And poor Amy says she just held Gage in her arms that night and just cried all night. That's so sad.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, God, poor Amy.
Yeah.
You could tell looking at her, she's just like been doing nothing but crying, which at least she's not in that household with Michael, so she can let it out and breathe,
have time to think and space to think.
And she's got an extra set of hands from Tammy to help with the boys that she didn't have with Michael. So, and she's removing stress by not being around Michael. So all in all, even if it's still chaos, it's better than it was.
Yeah. And we talked about how Tammy's grown so much emotionally since we've seen her in the last couple seasons. And the fact that Tammy is so introspective and saying like, hey, Michael's brainwashing you, Amy. And, she doesn't see Michael changing. So she's really starting to, I don't know,
Michael is basically trying to gaslight her. And, Cody's favorite word, gaslighting, but he really is, although none of them know that's what that's, the term. But that's, he's trying to brainwash her. He said, if he told you the sky was yellow, you had to believe it.
Yeah.
And I think that one sentence just sort of indicated just how it was. And so, of course, Amy, like, oh my God, this is when she's saying, did I break up a happy home? Because she's so delusional about what the state of the environment that she was in, because she'd been beaten down for so long and groomed, and that doesn't just happen overnight, as we talked about, right? So by the time this happened, she is so far into that world, she doesn't see it. And that's why having her sisters there to be like, no, you need to do this, you need to go pull money out, you need to, and having that support system was amazing. And she said she couldn't do it without them. And I think it's, absolutely clear.
Yeah. And she was telling Tammy that she said, I guess I was trying to hold on so tight because we didn't have a dad. So I looked it up because I was trying to remember about the dad situation. And I then learned that Amy and Tammy have the same dad who has never been publicly identified. And then the other 3 siblings all have the same dad. So they do have different dads.
Right.
But we don't know who their dad is. It's never been revealed. So we don't know that situation. But obviously it's very traumatic for her that she's trying to hold on to the relationship so tight because of her past trauma. So Amanda comes in, and this is the favorite scene that you were texting me today, I think. She comes to visit, and she brings over face masks to help with some self-care. She said that Amy's face is all puffy and swollen from crying all the time. Yeah. And you could tell like her face really was puffy and swollen. She's like, it looks like a used condom. I was like, oh God, the slimy face masks.
Okay, so the sheet masks in
Yes.
those envelopes are from like CVS or whatever, though, like they're not wrong. Like they do look like the used condoms. You feel like that too. Like you pull them out and you got to be very careful with them because they are all over and sticking to each other. And it's like almost worse than like when you get out like saran wrap, plastic wrap, and you're getting it everywhere. Like you pull those masks out and you're trying to like, yeah, I thought it was hilarious because I mean, it's accurate. Those they're flinging them around and it gets on the baby's head.
It's like sticking.
And then took a picture of it. Used condom on the baby's head. I'm like, there's a meme in there somewhere. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah. And it almost reminded me of what's the movie? Jodie Foster, Silence of the Lambs. It puts the lotion on the face. Or wait, what is it? I don't know. Where he wears that weird mask, the skin mask. You know what I'm talking about. You're on mute again.
God damn it. I keep muting to cover up my coughs. Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. It puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again. He's making a skin suit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
not sure how you got that from the condom looking.
Because he put the face thing on his face, the skin, and it looked like the white, like nasty.
He doesn't put skin on his face.
Doesn't he?
No.
Maybe I'm thinking of the Texas Chainsaw
You're thinking
Massacre.
or you're thinking of when Hannibal Lecter escapes by putting other guy's face on his
maybe.
own. That is the same movie, so that's probably what it is.
I'm mixing up.
Wasn't Buffalo Bill, but Hannibal Lecter he cuts a face off of one of the guards, puts it on, and escapes that way.
Oh, maybe that was it. Okay.
By pretending he's one of the guards.
Yeah. Well, then Amanda's comparing it to men's bodily fluids and how that's helpful for the face, which I've also heard that rumor. Never looked into
I don't know. I don't know.
Not going to Google that. That's not going to be on my Google search.
Googling it. Don't care because I'm not engaging in that behavior. But if you are, you do you. Not my preference.
Amy then goes on to say that she's the glue that holds the family together, but now she's stuck on the bottom of a dirty ass shoe. It's a good way of looking at it.
I get it. Because she's been doing everything.
Yeah.
And just feeling, and now she's just completely broken down. She completely broke.
And then Tammy starts to drop the knowledge again on Amy, telling her to wipe out the bank account. She's the breadwinner. She's worried that Michael will drain the account. I'm like, oh my God. I
know. This was so funny though, too, because like we're going to leave $1,000 in there for him. And I was like, well, that was generous of them.
Yeah. And I guess it's a joint account. So I don't know legally what she can and can't do. If the judge would make her put it back. Like, well, I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, and it depends. I don't know. Is Kentucky a community property state? And what are the rules of separation? And there's all kinds of laws that apply to that stuff. But this happens all the time. So, but she's leaving money in the account. So he has something and needs money for the, diapers and stuff. So funny because she's saying, because I can't buy diapers on looks. I can't use my looks to buy diapers. And she said, they'll probably make me and formula. And she said, they'll probably like make me pay.
Like, be in the negative.
In the negative, yeah.
Between her and Amanda. I was laughing so hard at that. We see Tammy going to visit Dr. Smith in Lexington with Chris and his wife, Brittany. And how happy were you to see Tammy walk into the room, smiling, and Dr. Smith just looking like so excited to see her?
Such a good scene.
Yeah, he looked really shocked because the camera only shows so much. Seeing somebody in person
Yeah,
after
for
that kind of
sure.
weight
And
loss.
seeing her walking the way she was compared to how she used to be.
She never really wanted to walk. She was always in the wheelchair and only got up to weigh herself or whatever. And she was like strutting in with a smile. So Tammy says that Caleb wants to start seeing Dr. Smith. I was like, of course he does.
Of course he does.
Chris makes the comment, weigh us together, we would still weigh less than what you did before, to Tammy.
For real.
Which actually was almost a little bit accurate.
Right? Because he's like 300 pounds and she's like 400 and something.
So before the surgery, Tammy weighed in at 534 pounds. At Dr. Smith's office, she weighed 420 pounds. So she lost over 100 pounds. And then Chris was the same weight that he was 6 months ago. Well, a pound heavier.
He's like right at 300.
Right. And then Dr. Smith tells Tammy that she has a year to lose another 100 pounds. So he gave her 6 months to lose the first 100 pounds. Now he's giving her a year to lose 100 more pounds. And he said that that's going to be the hardest amount of weight to lose. Obviously, you've dropped the easiest
the later
portion
part
of
your after your surgery is a lot harder. Yeah.
Yeah. So he wants Chris to lose 50 more pounds before getting the skin removal surgery at least. So that's the update on the weight loss.
Yeah.
We cut back to seeing Amanda and Amy going to the bank to take money out of the joint account. And we hear bits and pieces, but we don't see the actual scene. So
yeah. When then Amanda makes the joke, do you think we need masks going into the bank?
Yeah.
And Amy's like, she's thinking about it, thinking COVID mask, going, no, I don't think we do. And she was like, I meant robbery mask to go rob this joint.
Like Thelma and Louise. Amy's like, I'm the boss ass bitch.
Let's go rob this bitch. Clarification, you guys, they didn't actually rob the bank. They went and got money out of her account that she had earned. She's the breadwinner.
And then Amy says she's the one with Earl because Earl had to die. I was like, oh my God.
I'm like, oh, Dixie Chicks.
I'm like, what's his name? Lawyer's gonna use that as a threat.
Right.
There was evidence said by Amy she was gonna be like
kill
Earl. Me. Yeah.
Black Eyed Peas? What?
I took a screenshot of the next scene when they're all at the gym with their
trash bags
on, and I was like, I'm gonna tell my kids this is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They had like headbands on turtle shells.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna make a meme of that.
So
this is funny. This scene was funny.
This next scene. So yeah, this next scene was so funny. We in addition to the trash bags, which I will let you describe, Tammy stands up to put the trash bag on, and you again see how short she is.
Yes, she's tiny.
She's tiny. Like, I was questioning, wait, is she actually standing up or is she still sitting down in her wheelchair? No, she was standing. She's just that short.
Yes. They wanted to sweat out the nicotine because Misty and Amanda have to take a test with Dr. Smith to make sure that they don't have any nicotine in the system. And so Amanda said she used Google, got her PhD on Google to figure out that if they sweat out stuff,
somehow
they'd get the
sweating
nicotine.
a lot will sweat out the nicotine. I don't know. Is that true?
She's like, it's probably not true, but there they are looking like wrestlers, aka or the Ninja Turtles.
So so Chris is all, hey, you want to sweat? Put the trash bag on. That's how we did it in high school. That's how you're going to do it now.
Did you see Misty's shirt?
Yes, but did you not? I'm like, I have a tank top that says that.
It was like the perfect gym shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually have one that my friend got me.
I love it. Well, Tammy says, I'm meeting my goals, and Amanda mishears her or whatever. I was like, you're eating your goals? She's like, no, meeting my goals. It's like, oh my God, I love them. I miss this. We did not get this last season. We didn't get all this fun stuff.
Yeah.
And Amanda's so tall, she said the trash bag looks like an evening gown on her because she's 5'11".
Yeah, and the trash bags that he must have gotten the 55-gallon ones because even on her being 5'11", it's like long, like dragging on the ground.
Oh my
So
God.
they got
So
these
funny.
giant ass trash bags on, and they also talk about what happens if you fart when you're wearing the trash
Yes.
bag.
Oh my gosh. She's like, I ain't taking that trash out. Tammy goes, it's like a pile of dirty diapers on a hot summer morning. Looking at
Sorry,
Tammy doing the battle
not
ropes.
everywhere. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Tammy doing the battle ropes from her wheelchair. I was like, get it, girl.
That's right. Yeah. She was
And then
working out and
she gets up and starts using the equipment standing up. And that was a proud moment for me, as though I'm like her sibling or something. I was like, that's so good. Good
I
job.
know. I was so proud of her. She's there and getting after it. She's like, I don't like it, but I do it.
She would have never had the confidence to even set foot in a gym
Right.
in the past.
But now
She
she's
would make
trying and she's doing the things.
she
Yeah.
would make up every excuse I know, like not to go
Mhm.
into the gym.
Yeah. And we don't have Amy there because she had to deal with something else or whatever. But so we have the rest of them though. And then they're all doing their things, whatever. And then they sit down and have this very serious conversation while they're all sitting around in their sweaty ass trash bags.
Yeah, Tammy says she's not getting much sleep now with Amy and the boys there. And she's also staying up because she's thinking about Caleb and how much she misses him. And of course, it's Chris who's like, how long do you think it's going to be before you guys like throw down or whatever?
Oh,
You can do
Amy
like a
and
massive
Tammy.
fight.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, also, so they're talking about how Misty and Amanda get the approved for surgery. They're all going to go down to Lexington, or Misty, Amanda, and Chris is going to go with them. Well, they have their surgery. I guess he's going to be the one to take care of them. So they wanted to know how like Amy and Tammy were going to be together on their own without any of the other siblings around to help. And I think they're going to be just fine together because between the two of them, they got it. You know what I mean? Like,
Definitely.
emotionally and physically between the two of them, they can handle it, I think.
Uh-huh. We're back to Caleb being interviewed in the rehab center. He says it's been 2 weeks since Tammy has left and his diet has gone to hell. So he's jumping on a call with Dr. Smith. And Dr. Smith wants him to get on the scale so he can see how much he weighs. Well, when Tammy left, he weighed about 500 pounds. When he weighs in with Dr. Smith, he weighs in at 537 pounds. But then, just like we've seen with a lot of people that are morbidly obese, that he kept saying, no, I skip meals to try to lose weight. They make up every excuse
Right.
while they're emotionally eating, trying to cope with whatever's going on in their lives.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
And Dr. Smith makes it the point too. He's like, look, Tammy did it. You have great inspiration. She ate from the same food sources and had the same access to resources that you do. And look at her now. So you've got this great inspiration. So follow it. And he's clearly hasn't had that change yet, the
right.
mindset change that Tammy has, because he's just like, well, I want my wife. And he's just going to continue to use that.
Extremely codependent.
Yeah. And he's going to continue to use that as an excuse. I mean, but again, I point out that he literally stalked her at this rehab to come be with her. So
yeah. Yeah. Dr. Smith tells Caleb if he can get to 500 pounds, then they can discuss surgery. But he also lets him know that his trach is not going to be coming out and that he's going to have to wear it for a period of time after the surgery, at least 6 months plus. And that means he can't leave the rehab center. So that's devastating news, knowing that he can't see his wife for probably a year. I mean, like actually be with his wife.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you look at it, because he still has to lose the weight first, have the surgery, and then go back to the rehab center for at least another 6 months before, he continues to lose weight till he gets to a size that's apparently okay for them to take the trach out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that's devastating. Then we see Amy at Tammy's house, and she was like, oh, I wanted to stay for a couple of days, but now I don't want to go back home. And she made the decision from that few days apart that she decided she doesn't want to be with Michael, and that she called him and told him she wants a divorce and is planning on staying with Tammy until it's done. So I was like, yes, girl, yes. That was a pretty quick decision, making it in a few days.
Yeah. If that was actually what it was, you know what I mean?
Yep. And Tammy goes on to say she's not dealing with her own shit and she's putting her own problems aside while helping Amy out. And that's something that Tammy's done in the past. She's put her own needs aside and kind of just downplayed them and not dealt with them, but which is why she's the way she is. But
I
hopefully
think
she's recognizing it.
Amy, to be fair, has probably done the exact same thing,
Definitely.
Their relationship dynamic is shit too. It needs work together
Oh,
as
yeah.
well as their individual therapy.
Uh-huh. Tammy and Caleb are then on the phone catching up on FaceTime or whatever, and he drops the bomb to her about what Dr. Smith said about the surgery and all of that, the trach, and so she's upset. You can tell.
She also tells him, like, look, I told you when I left, you can't just stay in your room and be sad and miss me. Like, and I was like, oh, that's so grown up of Tammy.
It is.
You know?
Right. And it gave him every opportunity. If you think about it, right, when you're not with somebody too, you have more independence. You have more time to do the things that maybe you just want to focus on because you're not spending all your energy with somebody else. So he had every opportunity to use that time accordingly and go after his goals. But instead he's, I don't want to say depressed, but kind of like codependent,
I mean, yeah,
missing her.
He's missing her. He's just sitting around eating his feelings.
Right.
Not doing the things he's supposed to do.
Yep, and that's how the episode ends. Next time we see that Amy saying that her and Tammy are like co-parents while Amy's having a breakdown in a restaurant and she's questioning her decision to leave Michael because she noticed how Gage is missing his dad.
Which I'm sure, when we see this scene, but I'm like, he can't possibly be missing his dad who never hung out with him.
Right.
Like, that's not what's happening, Amy. Like, you're clearly projecting your worries, which I understand why she's doing it, but like, no, he's not missing his dad. He barely even knows his dad, right? Like, he's just being a 2-year-old.
Yeah. I like the scene too. We see Amy in a rage room saying, fuck you, Michael, and breaking the shit out of some stuff, which, man,
you keep talking about. We need to find one around here.
We really do.
And schedule
really
it.
do. And then we also see Amy leaving the lawyer's office and not wanting to talk to production about what happened inside. She looked really upset. Yeah. So something happened with her talking to a lawyer.
Yeah.
But as we later find out, Michael was the one who actually filed for divorce first. So
right. Yeah, I mean, but I don't pay a whole lot of attention to those things because like it doesn't necessarily indicate who initiated it because I mean, I speak as a lawyer and somebody who's been divorced and initiated the divorce, but the legal paperwork had it the other way around. Like, oh, interesting. It looks like because it doesn't matter. I mean, it didn't matter for our purposes. So I don't necessarily put stock in just that's the caption of the case. I don't know.
My guess is that he filed first. She went to the lawyer's office and the lawyer somehow was like, oh, here's Michael's paperwork. Yeah. He already filed. Here you got served. I'm kidding. I don't know.
No, it can't be that bad. I don't think. She's just upset. And so I think any little thing, it's probably a disproportionate reaction because she doesn't understand whatever she was told. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. That's just my guess.
TLC likes to leave us on yeah. And then it's going to be something stupid. They build it up and then it's
right, exactly. That's thing. So I'm not going to speculate about what possible news she could have gotten at the lawyer's office. It's probably just editing, or she got a call from Michael while she happened to be there, and it was something unrelated to the lawyer's office. Who knows? We'll find out soon enough though, I suppose.
Definitely.
Okay, so that's Fat Friday. So a lot of heavy stuff again with this one, but then also some light stuff with them working out at the gym. But again, working on releasing these generational trauma. I love it. So that's it. That's Fat Friday. Thanks,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye.